Hi Facebook, I hope you're okay, all doing well. This is Yvonne, I've got Yvonne with me. How are you?
Very well, I'm really enjoying the festival.
Yeah, it's nice. It's about to change out there. The wind's picked up, hasn't it? So we'll see what the weather turns into.
I'm worried we're going to have a thunderstorm.
Yeah, we'll see. If you hear any crackling above us, it's not us, I promise. Yvonne, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at Festival and what you're working on.
Well, I've come here to tell people about a charity that we've recently launched called Attalusorg, which is a charity to help the bereaved find support.
Excellent. And Attalos is about bereavement. How did you come to start this? What's your background in this?
I was a minister, in an Anglican minister, a Canon of a cathedral actually, in Coventry some years ago now. It was actually 9 years ago. And my husband suddenly died. And I found that my life just completely fell apart. The usual stuff of initially with funerals and all that kind of thing, but as the weeks and months went by, things just got worse and worse and worse for me in lots of different ways. And I discovered that there's very little support out there, or at least there are people don't tell you about the support that exists. And I realised that society is not very good at supporting people, and the church isn't terribly good either sometimes. And so I thought, well, we need to do something about this. So when I've got my life back together again, I must make sure that we sort it out. And
this is what our loss is you sort it out.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about our loss. Obviously, some of us will have experienced bereavement, others may have not experienced it yet, or may not know the problems. Tell us a little bit about the kind of idea behind our loss.
Okay, so the main thing that we're doing or have done is create a website for the UK bereavement services that exist. So the main charities across the UK that support in any shape or form bereavement, they are on our website. And we're also looking for, increasingly, the local support services that exist, so that somebody who loses a loved one can be told about the website, go on the website, use the search engine, which will help them to find the specialist support services for their particular need and the local services that exist so that people can get alongside them.
Yeah, and you hinted at the church not being sometimes the best place, ironically, for those that struggle with loss. What is your experience with that, and how can people who are from the church who are maybe watching this or here at Festival, how can they get alongside people, or maybe they've been bereaved? How can we do a better job of caring for those that have lost people?
There are so many things that you can do. In fact, I'm doing a seminar on it on Monday.
Great.
Especially on how to become a bereavement-friendly firstly, we don't tend to have programs to support the bereaved. Very few churches have anything really running. We do quite good, we're good with funerals, but after that we're not very good generally. So a lot of initiatives that are out there now that we've gathered that the church can use, from training in how to support generally, in providing a course that people can come to, in providing our cards to signpost people to the website when they're at funerals and that kind of thing, but also in understanding the issues to do with suffering and loss, so that our environment is a friendly environment for the bereaved. Because I do find that people who are church goers go through a bit of a crisis, and they do find that church can sometimes not be a very comfortable place to go to.
And so if we're watching this, so I'm a pastor of a church, what is some of your top tips, maybe 1, 2 top tips for churches to become more bereavement friendly?
Oh, top tips. Come on to my seminar, you'll find out.
Yeah, go on. Give a sneak peek.
Top tips to become more bereavement friendly. 1 is have people trained in understanding how bereavement affects people. It's very important, because we tend to have an idea that people can get over it, and they don't get over it. They have to learn to live with it, and they have to embrace a new form of life. So get some training. So one of the courses that I promote and try to promote is Care for the Family's Bereavement Care Awareness Day. So get some training for people, your pastors, home group leaders, any leaders. Second, provide a course for those in your community, those who come to your funerals, or people who have lost somebody. And after that, learn how to be careful with your worship and your teaching and the kind of messages that you put out. It's not a short answer to that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
It had to be sensitive, be very careful not to come out with platitudes.
Yeah. We are very good at that as well.
Don't try to fix it for people. It's the sort of get alongside
and listen.
Get alongside and listen and support, and don't try to fix it. And don't try to present a God who fixes it.
Yeah, and that's a good difficult thing. So they could go to Attalusorg. That's got all the information on.
Yep.
And your seminar is where on Monday?
My seminar, good question. Tomorrow I've got one on how to support the bereaved.
Okay.
And that is in lecture room 2 at 2:15, I think. And then on Monday I've got one in how to become a bereavement-friendly church.
Great.
And that is at 4:45 in lecture room 1A.
Fantastic, so they can find out. Thank you very much for coming, Yvonne.
Thank
Guys,
you.
stay tuned. We'll have more coming for the festival and what's going on and interviews. Stay tuned.